Hello and welcome to Fox Trading Solution. Today in this video we are going to learn about data visualization. Let us firstly talk about the contents covered in this video. In this video we are going to learn what data visualization is and two inbuilt libraries Matplotlib and Seaborn. So without wasting any more time, let us jump onto our contents. Data visualization forms an integral part of any strategy as we formulate most of the strategies seeing charts. We will be using two inbuilt libraries, namely Matplotlib and Seaborn, which helps us in visualizing data. Firstly, let us talk about Matplotlib. To work with Matplotlib, we need to install the library. To install the library, we need to go on the command prompt and then type pip space install matplotlib and click on enter. As you can see, my requirement is already satisfied, so we are good to go. For working with matplotlib, we need to import it. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Also, I'll be calling the other libraries as import numpy as np, import pandas as pd. Now let us work with an example. For suppose I have x and I am calling linearly spaced values from 0 to 10 and I'll be calling 20 values. Also I have y which is x into x. Let us print x and print y. Now let us plot a graph between them. To plot a graph, a basic graph, we need to type plt.plot bracket x comma y. As you can see, we have a graph. We can also label the graph by giving values plt.x label as x-axis and plt.y label as y-axis. As you can see, we have provided the labels. We can also provide a title by typing plt.title and I am giving the name as title only. So I have got the title of the graph as well. Now let us work with subplots. Subplot is a graph where we can obtain smaller versions of many graphs. Let us understand this with the help of an example. To plot a subplot, we need to type plt.subplot and I am giving value 2, 2, 1 and here I will be plotting x, y. Let us take this. Here I am making it 2 and plotting x, x. Here I am making it 3. I am plotting y, y. I am making it 4. Plotting y, x. Now let us understand this. Here I have taken 2, 2, which means that a matrix of 2, 2 will be made. That is, we will be obtaining 4 graphs. For the first graph, I have given the plot to be x, y. For the second graph, I have given the plot as x, x. For the third graph, I have given the plot as y, y. And then for the fourth, I have given y, x. Let us run this. As you can see, we have obtained 4 graphs. Also, there are various types of graphs. For example, plt.scatter x, y, plt.hist, that is a histogram x, y, plt.bar for a bar graph and giving the values x, y, plt.fill x, y, and plt.polar for a polar graph. So basically, Matplotlib is a toolkit, whereas PyPlot is an interactive way to use Matplotlib. Now let us work with Seaborn. Seaborn library in Python is used for data visualization. It is a high-level interface for drawing and plotting graphs. Firstly, we need to install Seaborn. To install Seaborn, we again need to go on our command prompt and type pip space install Seaborn and click on enter. I have successfully installed Seaborn. Now let us start working with Seaborn library. To work with Seaborn library, we need to import Seaborn as SB. For better understanding, I'll be using a data set and calling it pd.read underscore csv bracket. I have given the location. Let us also print the data set. Here I have a data set for Nifty. Before working with Seaborn, let us plot a graph with the help of Matplotlib for this data set. I am calling data set bracket open, which is a name of a column, and dot plot plt dot show. Let us run this. As you can see, we have obtained a graph for the open stock values. These were the values given in the data set. Now let us start working with Seaborn. We are firstly going to make a swarm plot. For a swarm plot, we need to type sp dot swarm plot bracket and give values of x and y. Here I am taking x to be the date and y to the high price, and then calling my data, that is data set. Let us run this. As you can see, we have obtained a swarm plot. Now let us work with a bar plot. sb dot bar plot bracket, and I'm taking the same values. Let us run this. As you can see, we have obtained a bar plot. Here, these values indicate the actual values that were present in the data set. Now let us only take the starting values of the data set by just typing dataset dot head, then printing tf. By default, head takes starting 5 values. We can change the values by typing 10, and then we have obtained 10 values. Let us only work with 5 values for now. Now let us plot a bar plot again. sb.barplot, and let's take the data set to be df. As here we have taken the value to be df. Let us run this. We have obtained bar plots for 5 days, 15th of May, 16th of May, 17th, 18th and 19th of May. Now let us work with a pair plot. In a pair plot, we receive values with the corresponding other values. Let us understand this with the help of the pair plot. As you can see, we have received a pair plot. Hue is for the color. Blue stands for 15th of May, orange for 16th, and so on. We have distributed with the colors. It helps in proper distinguishing. As you can see, we have all the columns here, and on the y-axis we have also taken the columns. So we have obtained the graph for all the columns with all the columns. Now let us work with a correlation matrix. A correlation matrix is a table showing correlation coefficients between variables. Let us understand this. I am taking z to be the variable and giving dataset dot correlation. Let's print z. Here I have received a correlation table. It helps me to plot heap map and cluster map. Let us work with a heat map. To work on a heat map, we just need to type sb dot heat map and give the data value, that is z. As you can see, we have received a heat map here. The darker the color, that means more of the values are present in this region. For the lighter color, it means that lesser of the values are present in this region. This is all about data visualization. See you in the next video. Thank you.